UFC 278, Usman versus Edwards 2 takes place this weekend. And I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of Victor Altamirano versus Daniel Da Silva, or Daniel Lacerda, whatever his name is, Daniel Da Silva on Topology. I'm going to go with Victor Altamirano here. I think he's a slight favorite in this fight. Not a big favorite, but a moderate favorite here. He's kind of a size favorite over Daniel Da Silva, and I do believe he'll get this one done. I just have found Daniel Da Silva not that good. He lost to Francisco Figueiredo by knee bar immediately. And I know Altamirano doesn't really have jiu-jitsu. He has jiu-jitsu skills, but he's not really known for it. But he did get put away by Jeff Molina. And Victor Altamirano's tough. He has that Mexican chin in him. He's good. He arguably won the fight against Carlos Hernandez. Whatever you say about it, I thought he won that fight. Pretty clearly. I thought he won it as well. And Daniel Da Silva is taking this one on short notice. Altamirano was supposed to fight Jake Hadley. Probably would have lost that one, but I think he'll win this one against Daniel Da Silva. Get the job done. Da Silva, not that good. He lost to Jeff Molina. It was looking good, but I don't know. I think Altamirano wins it. He's 31, and he's 31, and he has a reach advantage over a 1-inch reach advantage over Da Silva, and I think Altamirano wins it 29-28 decision, winning the last 2 rounds. Moving on up the card, just out toughening Daniel Da Silva. Aori Ikeleng versus Jay Perrin. I'm going to go for Aori Ikeleng here over Jay Perrin by decision. No, I don't see him KOing Jay Perrin or anything sorts of like that. I like Aori Ikeleng. I think he's good. He's still 29. A record to have 23 wins, 9 losses, and he's 29 years old. He's not turning 30 anytime soon. It's crazy to think that, but I think a Mongolian Murder gets this one done. He put away Cameron Else really easily. Got a good win there over Cameron Else. Fair play, he did lose to Cody Durden and Jeff Molina, and it's not aging that bad. Molina's coming off a good win over some guys lately. I think he could have lost his last one, but he did get out-grappled by Durden, but Jay Perrin isn't anything special, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went to a decision with Mario Bautista, and he is tough. I just don't see him winning this one because he fought absolute cans, like 0-1, 1-1, 2-1. Johnny Campbell, 16-9, 9-3, 12-5, 10-6. Not good record. 4-2 here as well, and has lost to lots of bad people as well. 9-1 in Dwight Joseph. What a weird name to say. That's not bad. And same with Mario Bautista, but 3-2 this guy, 7-6 this guy, 3-1 this guy. And I do believe Aori Ikeleng will get this one done. 29-28 decision. Maybe winning the first 2 rounds in a scrap, maybe losing the third by slowing down a little bit, but he'll get the decision win. Moving on up the card. Moving on up the card. Amir Albazi versus Francisco Figueiredo. I'm gonna go Amir Albazi here. I think Albazi gets this one done. I think this might be a lock on the card, honestly. Francisco Figueiredo, yeah, he's good. He did beat Daniel Da Silva by knee bar, and that is a good win. But you lost to Malcolm Gordon, which he'd get out grappled in that fight. And Amir Albazi is good. He's very good. Like, I know a lot of people like look at him, like he beat Zhalgas and Zhumagulov, but Zhumagulov is good. You know what I'm saying? Zhumagulov is good. Has a tough fight he's a tough talent challenge for a lot of people, and he clearly beat Zhalgas in that fight and kind of outclassed him over the rounds. He's very good. He beat Malcolm Gordon by triangle choke. Figueiredo got out grappled and out hustled. I'm going to go Amir Albazi first round finish here by sub. And go get a rear naked choke. I'm going to go with... what's Albazi have in his career? He has a lot of rear naked chokes. I'll say he gets a rear naked choke here. He's good. He's very good. And I know Malcolm Gordon's looking good lately. And that is aging well for Albazi. And that's aging well as a loss. Not a bad loss, but a loss for Figueiredo. But I just don't trust Figueiredo. He's 32. Albazi, I think, is young as well. Albazi, 28. He's good. I think he gets this one done. First round, rear naked choke. Moving on up the card, AJ Fletcher versus Angie Lusa. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna trust AJ Fletcher. I think I'm gonna go here. This is really tough though. This is 50-50 really, but I'm gonna trust it. Oh, what has Angie Lusa done in his career? Because remember last week I was 50-50 on Nina Nunes versus Cynthia Calvillo, and look what happened. Nina Nunes won. I'm gonna he did lose to Lizez over 3 rounds, but that was in the striking. He did make it close with Jack Della, but I think Fletcher can make. I don't know who wins this one. He did good against Semmelsberger. Again, he's fought absolute cans. I don't really know who to pick here. So I'm probably going to go, I don't know. I'm going to, my last minute picks, I'm probably going to change it, but I'm going to go Angie Lusa actually here to get this one done. AJ Fletcher's good, but Lusa is an underdog. Reach advantage, he's a reach advantage here. But they're the same height. Dude, how tall is Fletcher? I thought Fletcher was just a tiny guy. But I think the reach advantage will help him here. I don't know. Fudge. I really don't. I'm 50-50 on this, so I'm not really sure. But what are the odds saying? People are picking Fletcher. To be fair, I think Fletcher. I hate this. I'm gonna go. I don't even know who to pick here. Frick! I have to pick someone. It's a full card prediction. I can't just pass this. Why did they make this fight? It makes no sense. Man. I'm gonna go AJ Fletcher. I don't know. I hate this one. I don't know who to pick. I'm gonna go AJ Fletcher though, because I think Lusa is not. I don't think he's that. Like, he's good, but I think when the rounds go on, he is gonna slow down. He did give some trouble to Lizez and Madalena, but Fletcher's got some hands, and they both have fought absolute cans. I'm gonna side with AJ Fletcher here though. I think he gets it done. Close fight though. I think AJ Fletcher, I'm gonna trust to get this one. Get this one done with the grappling. He did good against Semmelsberger. Something Morono did, but not with the grappling. So I'm gonna go AJ Fletcher winning this one. It was his debut coming in it as well against Semmelsberger. He's 25. I'm trusting him to win this one. On the feet though, it's gonna be risky. But Fletcher, I think, will get enough and get the job done. I think he's smart. Moving on, I might change it though. Moving on up the card. Moving on. Miranda Maverick versus Shayna Young. Wait. I'm gonna go with Miranda Maverick here. Duh. Shayna Young's just not that good, I don't think. So I'm gonna go Miranda Maverick here over Shayna Young. I think Miranda Maverick's quite underrated in that division. She's very good. She beat Sabina Mazo in that last one. And she clearly beat Sabina Mazo in that last one and dominated her. It's not really a good win, though, but she did beat Jillian Robertson, which is a really good win. She kind of out-grappled Robertson as well. And I think she'll go out there and do that. She beat Macy Barber. Whether what you think of the decision, like, she beat Macy Barber. You know? And to see that, Macy Barber's looking pretty good now. So, yeah, for her to arguably win, it's not bad. And Erin Blanchfield, of course, dominated her in the grappling, but Shayna Young, I don't think, has that grappling. She's quite bad, Shayna Young. She got destroyed by Stephanie Yeager. Badly. Like, she got pieced up in the grappling. Not pieced up in the grappling, but she got out-grappled easily. Yeager just lost to freaking Marabu Silva. She did beat Gina Mazzani, but Mazzani's just a quitter. She just has no heart at all. So, she's 31. I don't even get this fight. Like, Shayna Young beat Gina Mazzani, and now she gets this huge jump up. I don't get it. But Miranda Maverick, I think, gets this one done. with the grappling, I think she'll win it. Even if it's on the feet, gotta go Maverick. She's an elevation fight team as well. I think she'll go out there and get the job done over Shayna Young pretty easily and get the win. Moving on up the card. Plus, she's 25 still. Shayna Young's 31. So yeah, Maverick gets it done. Moving on up the card. Sean Woodson versus Luis Saldana. Another interesting one here. I am going to go Sean Woodson, but Luis Saldana is quite good. Like, he looked good in that last one against Bruno Souza. But when I look at it, it's Bruno Souza. And it was still really close in that fight. I thought he won it quite convincingly. I don't know how he can score that for Souza. I get some round for Souza, but one of the rounds can maybe go Souza's way. But I think Saldana kind of clearly won that. But again, he lost to Austin Lingo. And arguably lost to Jordan Griffin, so that's why I see it. I get he's improved, and he can be improved, but he's 31. I think Sean Woodson's pretty good in that division, if I'm honest with you guys. He's good, and he's lanky. Came up with Luis Saldana, but he's 30 years old. He's going to have a huge reach advantage here as well, I think. He's going to have a 9-inch reach advantage. So I think Saldana needs to grapple here. And I know Woodson did lose to, Julian Erosa. But he just gassed out in that fight, if I'm honest with you. Like, he gassed out, things happened, he lost. You know, it's not even a bad loss since Erosa on a streak himself. Beat Yusuf Zalal. And Colin Anglin, who aren't the best, but Saldana is kind of in that mix as well. Like, I think Yusuf Zalal probably beats Luis Saldana, if I'm honest with you. You know, probably not Anglin, but I think Zalal probably beats Saldana, so, yeah, he KO'd McKinney. He KO'd Terrence McKinney, as well, on short notice there, and the Contender Series with flying knee. I think Sean Woodson gets this one done. Just kind of pieces up Saldana from range for 3 rounds. Maybe Saldana has a good first round, I don't mind. Or maybe has one good round, but I think the 2 rounds go to Woodson. Honestly, I think Woodson finishes him. Who cares? Woodson finishes him. Body shot, big shot against the cage. Hurts Saldana. Saldana covers up and gets beat up and TKO'd. Moving on up the card. Lucy Poldilova versus Yanan Wu. Lucy Poldilova is back. She was in the UFC before. On a huge streak. Now she's on a huge streak. She did lose to Talita Bernardo, who was also in the UFC back then, but she's been on a good streak. Being 8-4 girl, 5-3, 8-5, 4-2, 4-2. Not the best opponents. I think she'll beat Yanan Wu, I think. Oh man, it's actually annoying, this one though. Yanan Wu is 26. This is a risky card to pick, but she beat Lauren Mueller. But again, she lost to Mizuki Inoue and Jocelyn Edwards, which isn't bad, and Mayro Bueno Silva. Those aren't bad, but she gets grappled. And I think I'm going to go with Lucy Poldilova here. With the grappling. She's kind of more of a striker, but I think she'll just out-grapple, Yanan Wu, who isn't that good, who made it close to Mayro Bueno Silva, but I think she'll lose. Edwards out-grappled her. You know, Edwards has tough fights with people with full camps. Well, when she's fighting someone with full camp. She came in on really short notice and kind of dominated and outclassed Yanan Wu in the grappling. So I'm going to go Lucy Poldilova here to get this one done. Moving, I think she's tall as well, taller than Yanan Wu. I'm thinking here. They're both the same. She has an inch and a half reach advantage. So I think that will work. She's 28. I think she'll get it done. I'll trust her. Moving on up the card. Jared Gordon versus Leonardo Santos. I'm going to go Jared Gordon here over Leonardo Santos. I just can't bet on that one punch that Santos brings sometimes. I just don't think he has it anymore, guys. I really don't see him winning this one. Like, he's getting dominated these last couple of fights. Like, he lost to Clay Guida, lost to Grant Dawson. Fair play was looking good against Dawson, but again, that's not even that good since Dawson's making it close with everyone recently. But again, he lost to Figueiredo, who just lost to Claudio Puelles, so it's not a good look. And I know he was beating up Figueiredo, but it is risky. But I think Gordon's going to be smart here. I think he is going to be smart. I think he'll get the win. Santos won't grapple him. I don't see that at all. I think he'll go out there and beat Leonardo Santos with the grappling here. Sure, Santos has that punch he landed on Stevie Ray, but against Roman Bogotov didn't grab the fence so many times to get fouled. Santos probably lost that fight. If I'm honest with you, I just don't think he has anymore. I don't think the Santos is there who beat Kevin Lee. I think he's done now. And Gordon's good. He beat Joe Selecki, beat Danny Chavez, Chris Fishgold. Fair play, lost to Oliveira, but that's Oliveira. It is risky here, but I'm gonna trust Gordon to win this one. He's more consistent, and he trains at a good gym at Sanford. So I'm gonna pick him to win this one. Moving on up the card to the main card, Tyson Pedro versus Harry Hunsucker. On the main card of a pay-per-view, Harry Hunsucker. Never thought I'd be seeing that, but this is interesting of a fight. I am going to go Pedro just to KO him early. But this ain't going to be it's going to be a walkthrough, I think. But this is a pretty close fight on paper. I know on paper, but I really think Harry Hunsucker actually has a decent chance of winning this. Not going to lie. I'm going to go Tyson Pedro. I'm not picking Hunsucker at all. I just think Hunsucker will lose this one, but he does have a good chance. I'll say that after, but he did lose to Tafa by head kick KO. And he didn't just lose the head kick. Usually you'd think head kick, he got hit on the forehead, on the temple, or on the chin. He blocked the head kick, but it hit him. It hit the guard to his face, and he got knocked out. Not knocked out, but dropped. So the referee had to step in. Tuivasa ended him. Vandera beat him. Not good at all, man. He has a weirdly good chance of winning. I'm going to go Tyson Pedro, but Pedro is complete garbage. He's not good at all as well. He's 30 years old. He beat Ikeleng pretty easily, which was impressive. This was after the if he just came back and after the Shogun loss, I actually wouldn't mind a Harry Hunsucker win, if I'm honest with you. But he beat Ike Villanueva, who I would say is arguably better than Harry Hunsucker. And he did lose to Shogun and OSP. It's not good. And Alir Latifi. But he did beat Paul Craig and Khalil Roundtree and Saperbeg Safarov. But I think I'm gonna trust him to beat Harry Hunsucker. I think he'll win. I'm not saying this is a close fight. Harry Hunsucker does have a weirdly good chance, and he's a massive underdog. You gotta take that into consideration. He has fast hands as well. Could grapple and gas out Pedro, but he's old, 33, 30 years old for Pedro, and I think Pedro has momentum on the main card of pay-per-view, and I think he gets it done. Moving on up the card, Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov. I'm gonna go with Alexander Romanov here. Another close fight. I'll say it, another really close fight here. I am gonna go Alexander Romanov here. I'm gonna trust him to win this one in a close decision over to Marcin Tybura. I like Marcin Tybura, but I think this time is kind of done. I really do believe so. I think his time's kind of done. And I just don't see him winning this one. I really don't. He lost to Volkov. Couldn't really get the takedowns he wanted. And kind of lost that fight on the feet to Alexander Volkov. Sure, he beat Walt Harris and Greg Hardy. Sure, he beat both of them and Brendan Rothwell. But Walt Harris kind of gassed out after beating up Marcin Tybura. Same with Greg Hardy. Same with Rothwell. Just he didn't get the finish on Rothwell like he did on Hardy and Harris. And he did beat Maxim Grishin. But Grishin took that on very short notice. And he did beat Spivak, which is underrated. But I think Romanov will be too strong here early on. Out-grapple Tybura for the first 2 rounds. Third round will be tricky. I think it will be interesting the third round. But I don't think Tybura has much of stand-up for Romanov to worry about. Sure, he has power maybe in his hands, but I don't think he'll have anything really like, for Romanov. Like, if I had to have a nightmare matchup for Romanov, it'd probably be Curtis Blades. Because Blades ain't getting out grappled, and Romanov ain't KOing Blades. So Blades will win on the feet. Plus Blades has improved his stand-up recently. But yeah, he got KO'd by Augusto Sakai. Ain't a good look, and Shamil. So if it is on feet, I can actually maybe see it go to Romanov. Because Romanov has underrated stand-up, mixes it in well. I think he gets it. Lost to Lewis Verdum. I just think I'm going to trust Alexander Romanov. Winning the first 2 rounds. Winning the first round clear. Close second towards the ending. But he'll win the second, and the third round will be Tibura pretty clear. Tibura is 36. Romanov, I think, is 28. 31. He's younger still. 5 years younger still, so I think he wins it. Moving on up the card. Jose Aldo versus Marabu Dvalishvili. I'm going to be going for Jose Aldo here over Marabu. I think Aldo gets this. I really do believe Aldo wins this. I think he should get his title shot if he does get this as well. I like Marabu. I think he's good, Marabu. I really do believe he is very good. Ain't a good look when you're almost getting KO'd by Mirage. Not a good look. And he didn't even look that good against Cody Stamann in hindsight. I rewatched that a couple of days ago. It didn't even look that great against Cody Stamann. Very won a close decision and won quite clearly, but it wasn't like he ragdolled Cody Stamann. Right? Not like he ragdolled him. Like, fair play, he gassed him out a little bit, but Cody Stamann on the feet was looking decent against Marabu. I just don't trust Marabu winning this one. Like, fair play beat John Dodson, but John Dodson is just a fool at this point. Like, he just isn't the same. And I just don't see him winning. Fair play, he win against Lopez and Kenny, but he didn't look good against Stamann or Mirage. And Mirage, fair play finished Mirage. I'll give you that. Fair play won by finish. But Mirage kind of lost because he gassed out of almost finishing Marabu. Fair play, Marabu has a good chin, but Aldo ain't gonna just gas out immediately like Mirage. He ain't gonna like beat you up, then gas out. Of course, a normal person would of course, gas out eventually. But Mirage, just his cardio is complete garbage. Aldo is better than that. I do believe Aldo will win. Plus, it's been legit like 10 months already. By the time the fight happens, been 10 months since Marabu's been back in there. I think he had an injury. Not a good look as well. And Aldo, he's been looking good. In a 5-rounder here, I would probably lean Marabu, but it's a 3-rounder. He scolded Font, beat Font up, and showed decent cardio again in there in a 5-rounder. But of course, Font doesn't have. Of course, Font not gonna glue to you like Marabu is. Beat Munoz, beat Vera. That's a great win. Now looking at Vera's name is blowing up right now. But yeah, and he did alright against Yan. Did very good against Yan. Did alright against Yan. I think Aldo's got this one. It would be sad if he just gets wet blanketed for 3 rounds. That would be really sad. That would be really sad for a lot of reasons, because he didn't even need to take this fight. He's taking it because he's playing active. Don't want to sit around. Wants to earn his title shot. Cause let's face it. If Yan beats O'Malley, or if O'Malley beats Yan, I mean, now that Vera's won, it's probably going to change. But at the time, if Yan won against O'Malley, probably would have got a title shot over Aldo, because Aldo, he had to win over Aldo. So he's staying active, but you know what the sad part would be? He's already kind of earned his title shot, and he loses. You know, that would be sad if he gets wet blanketed. Plus, Marabu's moving up. He's moving down a flyweight if he wins this. So I hope he gets flatlined out cold, because he's so annoying for that. Fight Sterling, you bum! So annoying. Not bum. I'm sorry. Sorry. But fight Sterling. I don't care if you guys are friends. Just do it, and you'll be friends after. We had a good fight. All right. So annoying, man. So freaking annoying. I hope Sterling loses. If Dillashaw beats Sterling, are you gonna fight Dillashaw? I'll fight Dillashaw now. So stupid. I hope Aldo wins. very badly. I'd be sad if he loses. And yeah, I think Aldo gets it done. Oh, what by? I think decision. I'm gonna go with. I think Aldo will get a decision and get the job done, winning the first 2 rounds. 3rd round will be tricky, but he'll win it. He'll lose it, but he'll win the fight anyways. Moving on up the card, to the co-main event, Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. I'm gonna be going for Paulo Costa here over Luke Rockhold. I just don't trust that chin of Luke Rockhold, man. I really don't trust that chin of Luke Rockhold. I really don't believe that chin is there anymore. I think he's done. I just don't think Rockhold's committed anymore, man. He's 37. He's already been a champ. He's already been a champion. I just don't see him winning this one. I really don't see him winning at all. I really, sure, whatever you say. Sure, some people can pick Rockhold there and be a fan favorite, but I just don't see him out grappling Paulo Costa. I think that's his only way to win. I don't think he'll KO Costa. Alright, I don't see him out grappling Costa at all. So I think his only way to win is to catch Costa out of nowhere or something. I don't even mind a head kick KO for Rockhold. That could happen. Wouldn't even mind a head kick KO just out of nowhere. Boom. Put Costa down, ground and pound him after. I don't see him just... he has to pray some way. He gets Costa down to the ground. I just don't see him winning, man. I think he's going to lose. He got put out badly by Jan Blachowicz. Broke his jaw. Romero as well. Fair play beat Branch, but I just don't think he wins it. Costa's been looking good. And yeah, I think Costa's going to lose. No, I think Costa will win. He looked good against Vettori. I know he missed weight and he kind of cheated here and there and he lost and people mock him for it, but he looked good. I think Costa gets it. He's been looking in great shape. So is Rockhold. I think Rockhold said on a Schmo's interview. What did he say? I know the secret juice of Paulo Costa. And he says he's in great shape. I just think he'll lose. Yeah. Yeah, of course he didn't do anything against Adesanya. But I trust Costa to win. He looked good against Vettori. It lost 3-2 on rounds. With a 10-8 round for Vettori because he landed he landed a groin kick and took a point away. Stupid as heck. But yeah, I think Costa gets a KO round 1, end of round 1. Moving on up the card to the main event. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards 2, the rematch. I'm going to go Leon Edwards. I think he wins it, man. I really do believe he's going to go out there and beat Kamaru Usman this time around. I think it's over for Usman. I think his time is up. I kind of hope Usman wins because I want to see that Chimaev fight. But either way, Edwards-Chimaev is equally bigger. I'll get to that in a second. Who cares about that right now? We're talking about the fight. But Edwards, I just think Edwards is going to skull him and make it look easy. I'm not even joking. I'm not even getting this for views as well. Like, I actually genuinely believe that Leon Edwards will make this look easy and get the job done 49-46. I really do believe so. Get this one done, make it look easy. I can actually maybe see a 50-45 scorecard in there as well. I really do believe Edwards will make him look like a fool. Really, and I think everyone's going to now notice how unskilled Usman is really in the striking. Like, fair play, you landed the shot on Masvidal, but I really don't care. Like you landed a good shot on Masvidal, good job. What else? Like, you landed a jab on Burns. Whoa, jab. Whoa. Cool, dude. Like, I don't care, really. You know? He didn't win against Covington in the rematch as well, man. It was a draw. Covington won the last 3 rounds, 10-9. All last 3 rounds, 3-4, 5, 10-9. All of them for Colby. First round, 10-9 Usman. Second round, 10-8 Usman. And that turns into a draw. But just because Usman got knocked down, just like, oh, he won the fight, guys. Don't care what Colby does. Usman won the fight. And Colby was terrified. of Usman coming into it. He was terrified. Let's be real. The power, he hasn't been in there in a while. You can say Edwards has not been active, but he's used to inactivity. Usman is not. Usman's used to being active, and this is the non. He's been so inactive this year. You know what I'm saying? Been so inactive. And February beat Burns, but Burns laid on his back and was just emotional in that fight and rocked him early on. Edwards will kick up Usman, will beat him up to the head, beat him up to the body, beat him up to the legs. More so body and legs. I don't think he'll beat him up to the head more so, but I think the elbows will be there. I think Usman has never felt him being. I don't think Usman has never felt cut open, big shot, cut open, bloodied up everywhere. He hasn't felt that, man. Hasn't felt that. And you want to know something? I'll do an individual breakdown for this tomorrow, prediction and breakdown for this. And I'll give you more detail, but Usman's had a broken hand. He's had a broken hand. It's finally healed, but it is worrying. And you can say, oh, he KOs Edwards. Edwards got rocked by Diaz. I don't think Edwards really expected Diaz to have that one punch. Boom. I really don't think he expected that to happen. I don't think he really expected Diaz. And he was kind of lazy. He was beating up Diaz. I know some idiots out there, some bums, that say, oh, Diaz the real winner. Shut up. Get a life. Edwards was dominating him. Just one moment from Diaz. Didn't win him the whole fight. Shut up. I just think he'll kick up Usman. Usman can land that one punch, of course, yeah. He can land that one punch. But Edwards is 30. Usman's 35. When's his birthday? His birthday, May, but he's old, too, now. You know? I think Edwards gets this, man. I really do believe Edwards will go out there and get it done. I think he's good. I think he'll get it, man. Like, of course, he was beating up Bilal before the finish as well. Before the eye poke situation. He was beating up Bilal. Some people don't really think this. I'll go against Edwards here. Bilal did take that on very short notice. But people don't really notice. He did take that on very short notice. But I just think I'm going to go with Edwards winning this one over Kamaru Usman, dethroning him, becoming the new undisputed UFC welterweight champion. I really do believe Edwards gets this one done. And this is a full card predictions for UFC 278, Usman versus Edwards 2. And yeah.